Well, last episode we had a fantastic start to our Ligue 1 campaign with some enormous wins, and now it's all eyes on the Champions League as we kick off in Europe, this time out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Respected Jeff here, and I am back with Paris FC, and a Paris FC side sitting top of the league 4 games in. We have a game in hand to boot as well. Unreal stuff. 13 goals scored, 1 conceded. We could not ask for more. And we love to see it. PSG sitting down in 10th place. They drew their opening 4. And for those of you that watched last season, we lost out on the title to them by 3 points. So these points could be crucial in this year's title race. Now, taking a look at news elsewhere, Maxwell Cornet, we just sold last episode to Atalanta, and apparently he hit the ground running there. He's been doing amazing. Fortunately, I guess for both parties, he's fitting in better there. He likes his role. We are also doing so good with the new signing Romain Perraud at left back. So I guess everyone comes out better for it. Farewell to our star left back from last season, but I think we're a better overall team because of the new signings. So we love to see it. Huge games coming up. We have Chelsea away in the Champions League. That's going to be a huge one. Obviously, I managed them last season, so I guess in this storyline, we're coming back to my old club as well. Also the team I support in real life, so it's a double whammy there. But we got some big games coming up. We're going to rotate a little bit. Tovan gets a chance at center attacking mid. Garby's going to be at left mid. Diakite gets a shot as we eye up that Champions League game. We want some fresh players ready. So the heaviest rotation we have done so far, and with all eyes on that game coming up, let's get to it. All right, here we go. This Montpellier side has given us some huge problems over the last 2 seasons, especially Jared Bowen, who is actually in the Respected Jeff Hall of Fame after sticking with us for a bunch of seasons through my whole City career. He scored a bunch against us, and hopefully he won't do the same here. We're a better side than we've been, but despite that, Montpellier come out of the gates looking pretty hot, some really quality chances. Fortunately, our backline just looks better than last season, and although it does take Lucas Zidane bailing us out a couple times coming towards halftime, eventually we get the job done and we go into the second 45 still intact. One of our toughest games so far, and we're unable to really create any quality chances, but with a side like ours, if you can stay in the game for long enough, I do fancy our chances, and with Vinicius Tobias given the room to cross there, Gaetan Lora slams home a towering header. This guy is the real deal. I keep giving him upgrades because he keeps playing so well, but he's genuinely one of the best strikers in the world at this point in terms of numbers in top 5 leagues. Obviously, he ran away with the Golden Boot last season, which is really no easy feat considering the players PSG have of all teams, really. And we just keep going here. Ismail Garbi does give the ball away a little poorly, but it's a freebie. I don't know what's going on, but Gaetan Lora, right place, right time. Fair play to him, I guess. We capitalize on a big mistake from Montpellier, who honestly have not played that poorly at all, but that just about might put the game to bed with a second goal there. Things looking a lot better for us now at this point. So substitutions, we're just rotating to keep legs fresh ahead of Chelsea. Notable addition of Seydou Mara up top, but Montpellier make this very interesting with a late goal here, 15 minutes left. Rocket from outside the box, and there's just nothing we could do to close that one down. But in the end, it's enough to get the job done. 2-1, a nice professional win from the team, especially considering some pretty heavy rotation through the subs in the starting 11. And with all eyes on kicking off our Champions League campaign, that is a really solid result. All right, here we go. It's game time, guys. We are going in to our match against Chelsea. Probably our biggest test so far in this career. We've played PSG, who is the other biggest team we've come up against, but especially considering the fact that this is in Europe, it's our first game in the Champions League too, and considering how far, or how long rather, Paris FC have been out of the fold of notable European competitions, this is a really meaningful game for us. So we get to our press conference here to answer some hard-hitting questions. I'm going to take one from the community real quick, and that question is, what tactics are we going to be using in Europe? This is going to be our first time facing teams outside of France, so it is a really quality question here from Eric Van Fuchs, who has had some amazing questions across this career. Huge shout out to him, very active in the Discord. I gotta say, we're going with the same lineup, but like I said earlier, our tactics this season are a little more around counter-attacking and defending really high up the pitch. Very high pressure, very high intensity. That's how we're gonna line up here against Chelsea. Hopefully it gets the job done. It is our first test in Europe, so we'll see exactly how it works out, but let's get to it. Well, this is the moment we have all been waiting for. Away at Stamford Bridge, Paris FC take on Chelsea. Huge moment for this club. We worked so hard to get ourselves here, and this is going to be the game that really shows what we've got on the biggest stage. All eyes are on this. We represent France, who have really been dominated by PSG for so long, but they have not been able to win the Champions League. This is our shot to really take a crack at it. And if we can, to get there before our rivals do, it would be meaningful, but I think the game right in front of us is the thing that matters the most. Getting a win against Chelsea would mark a huge statement to not only the rest of the teams in the league, but the world, really. This is the biggest stage, and we want to make a good impression. But it's Chelsea who start on the front foot here. Pulisic making a really darting run in behind. We deal with it, though. Our new-look defense has been pretty capable so far, although we do give the ball away there. Not too bad of a start from Paris FC here, looking fairly composed, but Pulisic very dangerous playing in that false nine role. Definitely one to keep an eye out for, and he puts a really dangerous ball to the back post. I do not know how Timo Werner messed that chance up. Obviously, he struggled a bit in real life with his finishing and consistency, and it looks to have taken shape in FIFA as well. 17 minutes in, we finally get a bit of a breather with some nice possession here. Laura does well to write out a challenge, and then Ilias Husni finds himself in the box, and it is saved by the goalkeeper. Oh, that was a golden opportunity for this team, our first of the game, but the scoreline still remains level. Chelsea with the lion's share of possession, and another chance falls to the feet of Werner, who puts it in, and this time it is just past, I think it was Havertz at the near post there, and a couple warning signs for us here 30 minutes in, but fortunately, somehow our defense remains resilient. Maybe a little more fortunate than anything, but we're still in this game, and we are still definitely within a shout of making something happen here. Perraud making a marauding run out from left back, and he's in a lot of space now. Can he cross to the back post? Yes! Husni off the post! Unbelievable! Another fantastic chance for Paris FC. Goes missing, and here we go with the high press like I've been talking about. It works well. Paulinho! Oh, the give and go there with Gaetan Laura doesn't quite come off, but that is brilliant play from the team. We've looked excellent so far. Chelsea looking to strike on the counter, but the captain Axel Bamba there to cut that chance out. It has been all action so far, and this is a really exciting game. Chelsea trying to catch us out over the top a few times there, but I think between Bamba and Diop, we have some pretty pacey center backs, so we can afford the high line, and so far, it has worked out for us. Husni still not even half time yet, and another chance coming to the back post, just over the head of Paulinho and Laura. And Reece James now playing out from the back. Hopefully, we can just see this into the second 45, and we do see it to the whistle at least. 45 minutes gone. Scoreline still level against a Chelsea team that, honestly, we've gone toe-to-toe with. I know they've had probably a bit more possession, but we've had as many quality chances. We had two great opportunities from Husni. Here we go again. Laura charging forwards. He's going to be offsides. Saved by the goalkeeper anyways, but another chance for us at a crucial moment just goes missing. Really good second half performance so far, though, from Paris FC, although we do give the ball away there, and it's N'Golo Kante who picks out Ziyech. Woo! Unreal stuff! Hakim Ziyech strikes one from way out right into the top corner. Honestly, fairly reminiscent of that goal he just scored for Chelsea against Tottenham recently. Man, a little less curl on it, a little more power right into the top corner, though. That's enough to break our hearts, though. And then with only minutes remaining, Timo Werner goes down under a really weak challenge from Romain Perraud. Apparently it's a foul. Honestly, to me, that did not look anything sinister. It honestly looks like he got the ball, but a harsh call from the referee results in a penalty kick. Kai Havertz steps up and flips the game completely out of our favor. 2-0 Chelsea. And this is a tough one to even consider coming back from at such a late stage in the game. Chelsea have been professional and got the job done in the end. So we're seen out to a defeat on our biggest of the season, 2-0. We could not get on the score sheet for the first time this season, and it is at the hands of Kai Havertz and Hakim Ziyech. Chelsea put on a really good performance. honestly, like I said, I think we went toe-to-toe with them. We looked good. In the end, the scoreline doesn't really reflect how well we played, but honestly, I saw some really promising signs out there. Well, that's a disappointing one for sure. I would have liked to start off on a better foot, but it was always going to be our hardest game in the group. And on we go, keeping our heads up high. I do favor us to get out there in our second game against Chelsea and hopefully make a better impression. But we have league action coming up, and honestly, that's what's most important right now. With us in first place, it's ours to lose. And we come up against Saint-Etienne, who have kind of been our rivals on and off over the last few seasons. They got promoted with us, they've stayed up. We stole one of their best players in Khazri, so it's a bit of a heated rivalry over the last few seasons, and I expect this to be no different. And now, coming out with a little bit of fatigue from that Champions League game, this is where rotation is going to matter. So it's our homegrown talent at left back, Hajam. Diego Llorente starts at center back for the first time this season, and we also get Samuel Piet in midfield to hopefully get in there and really shore us up defensively. So with all eyes on getting another league result, let's get to the action. All right, here we go. Another game, another chance. So far, so good in the league. We have been incredible. And honestly, outside that Chelsea game and the one small slip up from earlier in the league, we've been absolutely unbelievable. We genuinely get better every season. It seems like all the signings have gelled in pretty well, especially the ones that have been starting in terms of our defense. Our defense looks way better than it ever has before, and we are turning into a top side. Ismail Garbi there picks up a foul, and somehow that's a red card. I don't know what's in the water with the referees these days, but to be fair to the opposition, that did not look particularly egregious. We'll take it though, and honestly, it's enough to turn the tides in our favor. Paulinho playing through Laura, who takes a fantastic touch and then slides through Ilyas Husni, who finishes again. Our wonder kid just gets better every single season, and this one is no exception. 1-0 already, and with 10 men down, it's going to be a bit of a hill to climb here for Saint-Etienne, and it gets even worse. Again, Ismail Garbi draws a foul. That one definitely looked more like it, slid right into the back of him. That is a nasty, nasty challenge. Fortunately, our man comes away uninjured. So 2 men down now. Saint-Etienne pretty much out of this game. And then Ethan Mbappe sinks one from the edge of the area. Unbelievable stuff. Finally gets a goal, and he is back in the running for getting some serious minutes this season. I think with Husni already starting to establish himself a little bit, it is Mbappe who is probably the most promising youngster looking to break through into the first team. And the kind of performances he's putting in, he is definitely getting there. So Seydou Mara comes up top again, who we haven't seen all that much from yet. He is definitely just signed to be a backup to Gaetan Lora, but he's young, he can grow into a role, and he grabs a goal of his own. 3-0. Albeit against a team playing with 9 men, but it's a good tidy finish. It's a good run from him, and he took it confidently. We're going to need him to step up, obviously with Laren not around anymore, and we're going to need depth if any injuries or fatigue happens. But we know what to expect from Gaetan Lora. He grabs a fourth with an unbelievable run, cutting inside from that left-hand wing, and there he goes again, right place, right time to finish for a second goal of his own, 5th goal for Paris FC, and one of the most dominant performances you will see against a 9-man Saint-Etienne. 5-0, really, really easy win in the end, and a great team performance from everybody involved. Now, I know we didn't rotate a ton in our first couple league games, but it is important to note that everyone's chipping in here, and we definitely have a deep roster to take us far. All right, well, Ethan Mbappe, happy with the minutes he's been getting, and he's playing kind of a bit part role, coming on as a sub here and there, but that is exactly the way that I want to integrate him into the first team. We have too high of expectations to throw him in and really expect him to be a starter yet. He's still a teenager and has a lot of growing to do, but he's incredibly promising, and that goal just shows the kind of quality he's got. Now, 20 goals scored, 2 conceded. This is an unreal start to the season, guys. We're blowing everyone out of the water at the moment. We are far and away the best team in the league right now, especially with PSG having slipped up. So we go into our next game against Monaco in a huge test. Let's get to it. All right, well, we take on a Monaco side that's Another team who's given us problems in the past, they're a really difficult side to play against with their equally high tempo to what we come at them with, and I think whenever we face them, it's just a lot of really high pressing, high intensity action. This game is no different. We're getting forwards in numbers, both creating a lot of chances, and the best chance so far falls to the feet of Paulinho, who rips a shot right into the defender. Shot from outside the box is seen out by a strong wrist from Luka Zidane, who's had a great start this season. And the chances just keep flying, cleared off the line there and poked away, only as far as the defense, who can't quite clear it. And Monaco do score a goal. Rafa Mir gets on the score sheet, and unfortunately for us, we find ourselves a goal down, which is honestly kind of a rarity these days, but this is the kind of result we're going to have to bounce back from in the game and get a result if we want any shot at being a top team. It's going to require overcoming challenges like this. So as we come towards the end of the first half here, Monaco's still getting forwards in numbers and really proving to be a challenge for us. Thankfully, Axel Bamba, who's stepped up again this season, is able to clear that one away. So we have 45 more minutes to turn this game around, and the question remains, can we do it? Monaco have been a hard side to break down so far, but I think if any attack is going to look at doing that, it's got to be ours, doesn't it? Shot from outside the box, again seen out by Luka Zidane, and honestly, it could be a lot worse if it wasn't for 2 or 3 really quality saves from our keeper. Just trying to get ourselves back into this game a little bit. We really have not had too much possession or quality chances. But here we go, Felipe Anderson playing it through, Florian Thauvin cutting through the midfield here, and it's Mara who lays it off again. Husni, everyone getting forwards in numbers here. Tobias shoots it into the top corner. Unbelievable stuff from the right back, who we know is so talented going forwards. Once again contributes in a meaningful way that gets us back on level terms and hopefully flips this game a little bit to try to get us back into it. It's been a bit of a difficult game so far. Laura had to be rested after that last game. He was on like half fitness, so it's a bit of a surprise substitution. Alexandru Mitrita, who we actually transfer listed after really struggling at the end of last season and getting banned after testing positive for some PEDs. So it's not a player we really thought we would have to rely on, but with a lot of competitions this season, and despite signing his kind of replacement in the form of Thauvin, he does get some minutes here. And I think we're going to have to rely on all of our players if we want a shot at going deep in competitions this season. And we're going to need results without our stars, but Monaco really pushing on here late in the game, and we're trying to get the ball away. Everything just not going in our favor here. And then Terrier plays a ball completely through the back line, and it finds its way into the back of the net. Once again, Monaco send us behind 2-1. That is a clever pass there, and just so much high pressing tempo against our back line we're unable to clear. So we got to find ourselves a way back into this game. Thauvin plays it through for Husni, who takes a touch and cannot trouble the goalkeeper. Well, chances are at a minimum now with only a couple probably seconds remaining in the match. It's Mara who has the chance to play through Tobias, and he just overcooks it. Unfortunately for us, that is probably it. We've had our fair share of chances. We couldn't take them that time, and the chest down from the opposition sees the game out. 2-1. Monaco upset us once again. We were undefeated in the league up until this point, and unfortunately for us, that is 3 points dropped. A very, very difficult game indeed, but we got to keep our heads up and just get back to winning ways. Well, not at all the result we would have wanted there, but all said and done, we've had a really hot start to the season. I'm not too worried about just one-off result in the league, but we definitely have to make sure we're focused coming into the next couple of matches, and I think we can make that happen for sure. If you guys want to help me manage this team in the meantime, join our Discord. The link is in the description. It is free. You can also check out respectthejeff.com to see all of the detailed stats for all of the players in Season 5. Even drop comments in there or here on your thoughts. And if you've been enjoying this series, please consider subscribing, and I will be back soon with next episode. But until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.